Hey, what's up? It's your tech bro Cholo here, and welcome back to where we take awesome out of the box. Now, today we're going to be talking about sound, which is something we haven't done in a while. And honestly, I really missed it. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the Marshall Major IVs. Okay, so story time. Before I started making pop and R&B music, which you can check out on Spotify if you want, well, I used to be in a band. In fact, I actually have a bunch of guitars back there. I have 4, so I have a bass guitar, 2 acoustics, and 1 electric, all with rusting strings because I don't use them anymore, RIP. But needless to say, I used to be around Marshall amps a lot. The distinct look of black and gold with the signature Marshall slapped on is plastered all over my memories. Back when I took up music as my major in college, all my friends were sporting majors or minors from Marshall, and they would tell me how perfect the flat response rate was for producing music, all while fitting a student's budget. Well, maybe a music major student's budget, because, well, music isn't really the cheapest course since you'd have to buy equipment like headphones or MIDI instruments like the keyboards and stuff like that. Yeah. That aside, let's take a look at what Marshall's latest, the Major IVs, bring to the table. Also, I'll be giving some points why you'd want to go for these wireless headphones instead of the usual wireless earphones which we got so many of back in 2020. Also, Valentine's is coming up, so Valentine's gift ideas, anyone? In terms of packaging, Marshall also has a signature look to their boxes, whether they be majors or minors. With the Major IVs, that really hasn't changed much. You got all the important information up in front with a photo of the Major IVs and its many key features on the back. Inside the box, you'll find the headphones, some documentation, a USB-C cable, and the 3.5mm headphone cable in case you prefer to pass on the wireless Bluetooth capability and go for the wired experience. That is if your phone even supports a 3.5mm port, which my phone doesn't. The Marshall Major IVs look nearly identical to the previous iteration of the brand's wireless headphones. However, instead of gold bolts that they used on the 3s, we get them in black, making them ever so slightly more minimalistic. Honestly, I like the gold, so it's something I wish that they kept. The shape of the earpieces are the same, and the band is indistinguishable from the Major 3, but the finer details give it away. The Major IVs no longer have the leather-like textures on the ear cups, most likely to help with the wireless charging, which is now a new feature on these headphones. One change, however, I tremendously appreciate is that the control knob on these has been enlarged just enough to make it easier to find and fiddle with. Thankfully, it stayed gold the way I like it. Okay, so why would I want to pick these over the smaller wireless earphones? Well, they're not just headphones, they're a fashion statement as well. They look good with outfits because black and gold could work with anything. Well, don't quote me on that. And, well, if you like wearing your favorite brand loud and proud, these definitely do the trick. That's something that the smaller wireless earphones fail to communicate, especially because they're trying to make them smaller and smaller. And even if you're using the bigger, flashier wireless earphones, well, if you have long hair like me, they tend to get covered up. Another quality of life improvement on the Major IVs is that we're finally getting a USB-C port for charging the device, so that's one less cable to worry about, since it's more or less the norm in smartphones even in the budget segment. The 3.5mm audio jack on the right ear cup also serves as an additional output, so if you want to share your music while you get cozy with your loved one this Valentine's, all you have to do is plug in their own wired earphones or headphones. You guys can technically gift each other a pair of Marshall IVs and it'll work out just fine. Also, don't forget to sub to Unbox, because when we hit 250,000 subs, we're gonna be doing a major phone giveaway, so watch out for that. Quick shout out to Diego Manzano, who is a big fan of Marshall headphones and amps as well because, he plays the bass. Also, I want to give a shout out to my good friend Nico Sun and one of our most loyal viewers here on Unbox, John Stephen Reyes. You guys have been really supportive of the channel and it really does mean a lot. Another area where these wireless headphones one-up wireless earphones is when it comes to comfort, especially when it comes to in-ear buds. I have small ear holes, and if you're anything like me, even the smallest bud tips will cause irritation over time, and they'll keep falling out of your ears when you're running or, even if you're walking quickly. And that could end up damaging or even breaking your earphones. Now, truth be told, I've never owned on-ear headphones and prefer the over-ear ones since I assumed they were more comfortable. And I believe they do a better job with passive noise cancellation too. these may have changed my mind about that. The cushioning on these is just the right mix of soft and firm to make it easier to wear for a long period of time. I used them while walking around High Street and they were incredibly comfy to wear. And they can be a bit warm, so when the summer starts to creep in, they might become a bit sweaty, so that's something to take note of. But also, the clamping force on the headband isn't so hard as well, so if you can keep cool or simply don't sweat a lot, I can see how someone can wear the Major 4s all day. As far as sound quality goes, Dewey wrote in his review of the Major 3s that the signature sound of Marshall is tuned more for rock and alternative tracks. There is truth to that because I enjoyed playlist after playlist of millennial classics like Fall Out Boy, Paramore, and my favorite band, Panic at the Disco. Now that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy things like K-pop or hip-hop on these as well. They deliver really tight bass that never drowns out the beautiful highs and mids of the Major 4s. Just like the previous model, the Marshall Major 4s don't have active noise cancellation, which of course is a bummer, but the isolation is pretty good. While I was out walking in High Street, things were a lot more quiet than I thought they would be. They may not beat over-ear headphones all the way, but they do come pretty close. And again, if you sweat a lot, these are a lot more airy. Plus, they are a lot lighter. And the last and biggest reason why these beat wireless earphones is the battery life. These are bigger in every shape and form, so it's pretty obvious that, well, the battery inside is gonna be bigger as well. So, let's talk about that. While the Major 3s could last up to 30 hours, which is a solid number already that beats wireless buds by a lot, the Major 4s more than double that. They claim that these can last up to 80 plus hours on wireless playtime, which sounds mind-blowing. I mean, if you listen to music for a total of 3 hours a day, you can technically go for nearly a month without charging these headphones at all. That's crazy. And the cherry on top is that it also supports wireless charging. And all you have to do is plop the right earpiece on the charging pad. The Marshall Major 4s are a huge leap from the previous version, with great quality of life improvements that make them easier to use and wear. Of course, you're still getting the brand's signature sound quality on these as well. Features like wireless charging, a USB-C port, a multifunction 3.5mm jack, and the crazy battery life really give anyone enough reason to pick these over wireless earbuds. All of that makes it one of my top tier recommendations for a gift this Valentine's. It's also the perfect time to grab one of these because Digital Walker has just slashed 1,000 pesos from the actual SRP of 8,960 pesos. That makes them just 7,960 pesos. And if you want a pair, you can visit their home office e-commerce shop. Or you can check out their official store on Lazada, but the last time I checked, they were sold out. You can check out articles on these headphones and many other sound devices on Unbox.ph. And also don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoy our videos. Hit the notification icon if you want to get them updates when we drop them videos. Once again, it's your Tech Bro Cholo, and I'll see you guys in the next one.